Did you guys see what Mel Gibson said when Joe Rogan asked him about evolution? It's awesome. Let's watch it.
When back to this idea of evolution, so do you believe that evolution exists in animals?
Well, I think everything was created.
Yes, I agree.
And maybe things do move on and adapt and change through time. But I think that that's a function of an intelligence also.
Wow, Mel Gibson put that so beautifully. Yes, there's no doubt that organisms can change and they can adapt to their environment. But he says it's a function of an intelligence. He recognizes that the ability that organisms have to change was something that was instilled in them by a designer. So God created organisms with the ability to adapt to their environment. We see this in the genetic variation that's possible, and also in the ability of the gene regulatory networks to control what gets expressed in each organism.
Yeah, I'm just not totally convinced. I feel it in my, and I can't really, I'm sorry, I can't intellectually tell you why I don't believe in evolution, but I don't.
Well, Mel Gibson may not intellectually be able to tell you why he doesn't believe in evolution, but I can tell you intellectually why you should not believe in evolution.
It's just a feeling. I don't think I was some ape, or I don't think my ancestors were. I think they had to be pretty smart to survive.
So what do you think all these pre-human hominids are that they keep discovering?
Like, tell me what a pre-human hominid
Like
is.
Australopithecus,
Right.
or some of the other human-like creatures that never made it, like Denisovans, Neanderthals.
Now, there are a lot of different hominids that are said to be human ancestors, and some of those are just apes, and some of them are just humans. He mentioned Australopithecus. That is likely an upright walking ape. Now, with regard to Neanderthals and Denisovans, those are just humans. And in fact, we have the DNA of Neanderthals, and we know they're human. And some of us carry Neanderthal DNA. So Neanderthals are not on the road to becoming human, they are human.
Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, well, they've got something called Zinjanthropus. You remember him?
No.
Zinjanthropus, man. And he was like, he looked kind of like this. But he was like, they looked at it and they did some core samples on it, and it was put out there by people advocating evolution, and they discovered that it was a human skull attached to the jaw of an ape.
Oh, I do remember
So it was
this.
a hoax.
Yeah, there's been some hoaxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, there have been some hoaxes. But now, not all of the supposed pre-humans are hoaxes. But I think Mel Gibson is very right to be skeptical when he's presented with a supposed human ancestor, because there's been lots of hoaxes, there's been lots of mistakes, and there's been, from one person's counting, Dr. Carl Warner says that he found that out of 250 supposed ape men, that over 200 of those have been overturned, turned out to be false.
there's also been real stuff.
Really?
Yeah, you don't think so?
Well, maybe.
Well, Australopithecus. There's a bunch of different, the Lucy skeleton. There's a bunch of different pre-human hominids.
Yeah, maybe they were monkeys. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Well, they're similar to us, just not where we are.
Yeah.
They're on the road to becoming what it means to be a human being.
yeah, I don't know.
What do you think those are?
I don't know. They could be animals, or they could be like, look at today. I mean, you can get some mosquito can bite you, and your kid can be born with a malformed skull or something. It's like, they have those,
Yeah, but this is like a genetic thing. Like they've mapped the genome of these creatures.
Oh, they have?
They're different. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to explain those, Joe. I don't know.
But you do think that human beings were created by
Sure,
God?
I do, yeah.
When do you think that happened?
When? Oh, probably, and not that long ago.
Really?
No, not really.
Like, what do you mean by not that long ago?
Probably only about 8,000 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Boom. Mel Gibson has some guts because it's really tough as a public figure being questioned on evolution, which is in academic circles and in educated circles, there is just a huge pressure to embrace evolution. So I have such respect for Mel Gibson not backing down on this and being willing to say, yeah, I don't believe that. I believe that we were created, and not even that long ago, that God specially created human beings 8,000 years ago. Amazing. Really big respect for Mel Gibson on this. Thanks for watching. If you hated this video, then just give it a dislike and tell me why you hated it.